How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for our tale of the
Sound is coming soon.
Unbreakable.
We're just getting used to broadcasting in blues. But hit the like button for God.
You know what you're getting. Dinamita comes right at you relentlessly. He's never been in a boring fight.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there. You can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Perfect counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They exchange punches. Nope, that jab not going to score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like an eternity for them. And there's the bell for round 2. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
Oh, man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push them off, make them go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Land that jab. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both trying for a knockout. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Jab does not score. That counter shot lands. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The courage on display here is incredible. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Punch, counter punch. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn. And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change everything in this battle. How about that time counter shot? Well done with that counter shot. Nice slip to avoid the jab. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Back into the fray here in round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one up. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
And this is with the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. A perfect counter lands. A lot of effort being exerted here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that lap.
That's his round.
Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with a jab. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Good counter punching. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two Round 7, here we go. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter shot. That jab doesn't find a home. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Just missed with that hook. And he scores with the counter. So much for boxing. This is a fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. How much cardio was put in for this fight?
Big deep breath.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's a counter shot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That left hook missed. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What a nightmare scenario! How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We didn't know who was going to win, and in the end, no one did win. It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure.
Tyson. Tommy the Duke Morrison, the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Who could forget some of his legendary battles from the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big... Here we go for round 1. Can't score with that hook again. And that straight got him. After so much pre-fight, fight, and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such...
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I've got to see that again.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about fury in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk. Here's the bell for round 2. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? He threw a punch and just got countered. Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought, no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Well done with that counter shot. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't.
And there's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They drop their guard, they get caught. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good punch. Hold it right there. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? And now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Fury in that last round. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's high-scoring blow. Can't score with that jab. Good counter punching. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Pretty dumb. This is the beginning of round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Nice job getting that punch through. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Back and forth they go. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance.
Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. And down goes Fury. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
That's lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you continue.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay. And down goes Morrison. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gut. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are right.
Both men were knocked down, and they both got up in that round.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood. What is that?
And we enter the 8th round. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Punch, counter punch. Missing with that right hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good punch. Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work.
What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, and I think... Whoa, wait a minute! Tyson Fury! A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you okay?
And that's it, a unanimous decision.